Hello folks, I'm OdinSpack33 and welcome to just an impressions video on Splatoon Global Testfire. This is a demo that Nintendo released 2 days ago, and as of yesterday and, yesterday May 8th and today May 9th, they had 3 separate 1-hour test periods, basically probably to stress test the servers, make sure they ran well, and to be honest, they ran really well. But what was really cool is, you know, we got to play a bit of Splatoon before it came out. So I have 2 matches for you today. The first one is actually being played by myself, and then the second one is actually being played by my girlfriend. If you want to skip ahead to that, she plays with the squat roller. I think that's what it's called. The paint roller weapon. I think it's the squat roller. But if you want to skip ahead to 336 for that, if you're kind of getting sick of maybe seeing videos of people using the splatter shot. It's actually the splatter shot junior. This game is a lot of fun. This is definitely a day 1 purchase for me, for sure. Because it's just... It's a perfect balance of when a shooter game isn't too frustrating and it's just kind of fun for everyone. I think that's what's really good about this. There's one main objective in this game. This is Turf War. There's gonna be multiple modes when the game actually comes out, but this is Turf War, and the objective of this mode is to cover the most ground in your team's ink, and by doing that, you just shoot at the ground. Simple enough, right? You can also take out your opponents, as you've seen, by shooting at them, and the thing about this is that the different weapons some are more effective for splatting the ground with ink, and some are more effective for taking out your opponents, so it's actually good to have a mix. There's a sniper weapon, I can't recall what it's called off the top of my head, but that one is definitely most effective for taking out your enemies, but it's not so good for laying down ink on people or on the ground, whereas the roller weapon is really good for laying ink down on the ground. And I mean, you can run over your opponents, and it takes them out in one shot. But the thing is, if the enemy's got a gun pointed at you, you're probably done for. So it's not the best weapon for taking out opponents. Whereas the Splatter Shot and the Splatter Shot Junior are basically your middle ground. They're good for doing both, but they're not as effective as either one, which is really cool. I use the Splatter Shot Junior. From what I find, it takes less ink to shoot, but I don't think it has much range or damage. I think that's just it's not as effective there, but I think being able to shoot for a longer period of time is more helpful in the long run, because, you know, the whole objective of the game is to, you know, lay the ink or get ink on the ground. So I think it's a more effective weapon. I really love this match, by the way, though. It was really great. I hope they do more of this. They technically only announced 3 periods that they were going to do this, which was May 8th. It was like at late night, 9 p.m. Eastern or Pacific time, and then this match, it was actually just recorded the very last session, which was the 3. It would have been 3 p.m. Eastern time, but it was technically announced for 12 p.m. Pacific time. But this one here is actually from the first day. So like I said, this is my girlfriend playing here. She's using the squat roller, like I said, I think it's called, which you'll see it's a lot different, where you just kind of roll on the ground, and it covers like a ton of ground, but it's kind of hard to take out your enemies with it, because, like I said, if they're pointing at you with a gun, you're done. But if you sneak up on them, it's great. You can splash it, like you're seeing here, and it kind of gives you some range, but there's no way it's as effective. Not nearly as good. I think she's trying to get up here. I think that's what this is here. But yeah, really fun game. Like I said, day 1 purchase for sure. I'm sorry I feel like Nintendo will put out more demos of this. I feel like next weekend they'll probably do it, because it doesn't seem like there'd be a reason for them not to do that. It would seem like a really good idea for them just to put out another demo. So just for more people to show. It also gets them, you know, like, hey, here's a demo, come buy our game. You can there's like a pre-purchase option in the game, and I think you get some sort of like DLC costume or something if you do that. But that doesn't interest me, because I'm not going to be buying digitally. So there's the splat roller in effect there. Look how good this. It's really good for getting down. You know, getting ink on the ground. I thought it was originally. I thought it was just the best weapon, but it's definitely not. Because once you figure out that you can just shoot the guy coming at you, they're pretty much done. And a thing I didn't mention is there's actually every class. I guess you could call it a class, but every setup you have a sub weapon and a special weapon. The sub weapon in this one is just all bombs, but you have a special weapon that you build up by spreading ink on the ground, and when you build it up, you can click in the right thumbstick, and each of the setups here have a different one. This one here is like a satellite cannon that takes out. You can take out a bunch of enemies. The spread you saw in the beginning of this, but the Splattershot Junior has a shield which just protects you from fire for a little bit, makes you invincible basically. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. I'm probably gonna rave on this game like so much because when it actually comes out, it's just gonna be like just fantastic. It's gonna be so good. I really cannot wait to play it, or to own it, I guess. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and it's coming up to an end here, just in a little bit. If you guys want to see more Splatoon, I'm for sure gonna put up some footage when the actual game launches. The only thing that kind of sucks right now is playing with friends isn't going to be as easy until August. You'll be able to join your friends in game, but you won't necessarily be on their team. But in August, they're playing an update where you'll be able to go online with friends to fight another team of friends. And then you'll also be able to host your own lobbies with friends as well, which is a lot of fun. So, or it sounds like a lot of fun. But anyway, guys, that's been it for me. I've been OwnSpack33. Hope you enjoyed this first impressions video of Splatoon Global Testfire demo. It's just called Splatoon. Bye now.